we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the
world.
Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you're a mother.
Hater.
Don't be one of those. Hit the subscribe button. Do it now before you forget. No like right now before you forget. Because 50% of y'all still not subscription. That's crazy. Still crazy. But they come back every week.
It's fires. They love it here.
Oh, it just happened. Thanks. Yo, from the top? Find another beatbox.
Oh boy.
Find another beatbox.
I told Dougie Fresh about Champ too.
Oh yeah, we gonna have y'all battle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Smoke
battle.
Dougie, bro.
Wait.
That's big.
Did you get my intro? You got my intro.
I mean, it happened while you were doing the intro. You were like, I ain't gonna hurt the
Oh, all right.
I want to keep that.
I want to keep the He said he smoked Dougie Fresh. We gotta leave that in, bro. All right, we back.
Smoking like my ops.
Yeah, we good. Stop.
Jesus
He said he about to put Dougie in the pack.
I'm just playing.
Nah, you can't play with it. You can't play around saying that.
I'm saying
Doug is a legend, man. I learned because of him. He's my OG when it
Okay, it's a
comes
lot
to
of
beatboxing.
moonwalking happening right here.
He's my OG. Nah, it ain't no walk in the park with him.
You Champ or you Michael Jackson? A lot of moonwalking happening right here.
Both, man.
Okay.
Both, man.
Yo,
Legendary.
Salute.
we just get pause. Get it off the other microphones. All right. All right.
Rest in peace, Magoo.
Yes.
Timberland and Magoo
Definitely.
passed away quite recently at the age of 50. Black man, you deserve to live past 50.
Right.
We deserve to get old and gray too. We deserve to retire to Miami and Atlanta and get wrinkled up and shriveled too. We deserve that too. We're not supposed to die at 50. Not supposed to die at 60. Not supposed to die at 70. Maybe 80, but you definitely not supposed to be passing away at 50. Rest in peace, Magoo. We supposed to be here, y'all. Whatever you need to do, take care of yourself last. But we supposed to be free. We supposed to be alive. We're not supposed to pass away at 50. That's not supposed to be our life expectancy. 30 is not middle age for us.
Right.
It's not supposed to be. Please, take care of yourself out here.
I'm trying to go like 175.
Sure.
175.
Sure.
You laugh now. We like 5 years away from that shit being possible, my nigga.
Excuse me, we got to rewind a little bit. You have something you need to talk about as far as last night.
What? Oh,
yes.
Happy birthday to Bobby Trends.
Happy birthday,
Came
brother.
through to the party. It was lit. Yeah. We rocked the Vinny's joint in there. I was super drunk, but it was fire. Like, it killed it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It was a lot of love.
And a shout out to Breeze.
Yeah, shout out to Breeze.
Shout out to Breeze. You know who that is, right? Shout out to you, man, for giving us a fucking hard time yesterday, man.
Oh, yeah.
We did not deserve that shit.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. As soon as we get to
cool. Sorry.
Sean Bigger, man of God.
Peace, everyone.
Peace
Just
and love.
to add on to what MECC was saying, because that was really good, really deep. Rest in peace to Magoo. And every day that we live is not promised. So it's very important that the time that we have, we do the right thing and try to get in contact with our God and make sure that we're in unison and on the right accord. It's not about us living, all this time. That's God's decision. But the time that you have, what do you do with it? That's what's important.
Facts.
Amen.
Wrap it up for that. Bigger wasn't letting that go. Yo, shout out to the gang. Yo, we got
Ricky.
Shout out to my man
Ricky
YB in the building. But we got Ricky Bats in the building.
Stand up, bro.
My guy.
Ricky Bats. That's Big Bronx right there.
Listen.
Salute. Taking notes, you know what I mean? Thank you for having me, man.
You already. My man said taking notes. He bodied the shit last night.
Bodied it.
Yeah,
Went
it's
crazy
cool.
last
We
night.
gonna let that slide. Salute, bro. Salute.
I'm hoping to see you up there too, man.
Yeah,
He ran on the
told
stage. Make sure he ran on the stage.
Nah, but I was telling them,
Listen, I
we
went to
the
the
next step on that shit, man.
facts.
Man, if I forget murder, I'm telling you.
It's gone. Aaron Ross.
Sean Bigger, man, the guard.
Sean Bigger gonna give us a prayer at the
Leaving
beginning.
me out.
Set the show off right.
Yo, I've been seeing New Money Dreams pieces, and I don't own them. I don't know what's up with
I got the socks on right now. Money
You
Dreams.
got the socks?
Got the
Word.
socks on.
People
Yo.
want to go to the store.
People need to go to the store.
I came to Jersey for those, you know what I'm saying? Came to Jersey.
Making that time to
Shout out to my guys, man. Shout out to my guys. I hear you, man. Champ.
How
Yo.
you gonna skip me, nigga?
Yo, word.
You way out of line. Nah, fuck all
He wanted to
that.
see if he could get away with it. You heard? He wanted to see if he could get away with it.
Look.
Congratulations to you for
Thank
owning
you,
the
bro.
shop now, nigga.
Absolutely.
Salute. You don't ever do that again, nigga. Don't ever do that again, nigga.
I knew you had something to say, man. Yeah, you was gonna let it slide, man. It's my nigga, like
Love you,
forever,
bro.
man. Love you too, man. But tonight,
Yeah. No, you can't just skip over me. You definitely can't skip over
Champ,
me.
I said,
You
I
can't
See, you
skip
trying to
over
play
me.
us, you know
First of all,
what I
you
mean?
jumped the
Yeah.
line, like, you
Right
fucked
now.
me up.
Why? Because I was
You jumped
reminding
the
you of
line talking
something.
shit about Dougie Fresh. You gonna come see me,
Yo,
nigga.
I love Dougie. I love you, brother. I'm moonwalking now. I love you, brother. No, I just want to say, it was an
Happy to be
extraordinary
alive,
life.
happy to be free.
Yeah, happy to be alive, happy to be free. Shout out to all the people out there. There was a lot of love given yesterday while we was out and about. I got to shout out my guy, Jay at Infused Exotics. This is the first like THC infused restaurant I went to in Brooklyn on 1130 Nostrand Avenue. And the food was delicious. I had chicken and waffles, but it was the uninfused joint.
Right.
It was great. It was awesome. I loved it.
All right.
Make sure y'all go see that, man. That food is excellent.
That's dope. That's dope.
Word. Thank you.
Give my
Peace.
Give my man. Give my man. You know what I'm saying? Word. Matter of fact, almost forgot before we get to the man of the hour. You know, I always get excited when No Magic hit me up. Bruh,
This is crazy.
they
bro.
laced me up.
You'll never buy another new era, yo.
I ain't never been to their store, but they laced me up. You heard? I got enough hats for this year and next year, my guy. Like, No Magic. Pinheads. Come on, yeah, keep it going. Pinheads. Look, keep it going. And I ain't never been to their store. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. Shout
the
out to
most
my
merch I ever
guys,
seen
man.
coming in.
Look, these are my favorite hats. If y'all fuck with the fits that I'll be wearing every episode, go support No Magic Pinheads. They're on Instagram. They're online. Like, find them and get the good shit.
All cap, no lie.
Facts.
That's a slogan for you.
All
Put that
cap,
on a
no
shirt.
lie. I like, ooh.
Put that on a shirt.
Ooh.
All cap, no lie.
That nigga used to battle rap. You know what I'm saying? He got balls on the low, man.
It's a
Facts.
mechanism. It's a mechanism. You take
Facts.
that with you. Oh, shout out to Billy. Speaking of dope balls.
Now, tonight.
We got Brooklyn, nigga. Big Brooklyn.
Listen, I know a lot of you guys are fans of me and you appreciate the turnarounds, the ups and downs throughout my career and the continuing to rise, continue to come back. Wingate alumni. We used to hear rumors going through the hall, yo, Zab in the building, Zab came to school, Zab is downstairs. And it would be pandemonium. And I guess after a while, that's why it got hard for you to come to school. Yeah. Because everybody be rushing. Because, I mean, this guy was on television at a young age. One of the top prospects ever. You know what I mean? Got the belt, lost the belt, got it back in traditional Brooklyn fashion. Came in the crib and took that shit. We got Zab Jr. in the motherfucking building. What's good, my Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style.
What's up?
Word. What's good, my man?
What's up, my guys? Yeah,
Yo.
happy to be here with you guys, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
man.
Happy
This is
to be here,
awesome.
brother.
This is awesome.
I love this, man. This is beautiful. I just want to say one thing. It's a lot of Brooklyn in this building.
You
We in Harlem. What's going on? It's heavy.
Exactly.
Yo, look, hold up, Zach.
Why you clapping at me?
Look, he don't like that shit, and Bigga don't like that
There
shit.
you go.
Ain't neither. They don't like that neither. They don't like it neither.
Brooklyn keep on. Yo, look, Harlem keep on making it, and Brooklyn keep on
Keep
taking
that
it.
same
We don't gotta
energy.
feel
Keep that
like
same
that.
energy when Fredro walked back in here.
Harlem.
We wasn't talking that talk when Fredro walked through here.
Fredro is Queens. He beat QE.
I know this.
He beat QE.
You wasn't screaming all that when he was in here 2 seconds ago.
We wasn't online. We wasn't recording.
Oh, so you only do it for the camera. Got it. Heard you. Only do it for the
All right,
camera.
so speaking of Fredro,
Shout out to Fredro.
last night, what was the name of the
Sony Music Hall.
Sony Music Hall?
Onyx.
Of course,
That's a nice
Onyx.
venue.
They had a whole event. This is where we saw Ricky killing it.
Had Mad Lion,
Mad
Capone.
Lion,
Capone came out.
Graph.
Grab.
Shout out to Jazzo, even though
Jazzo pulled up.
Shout out to Jazz.
But the extra edition of the night was Zab Judah spitting bars.
Word.
Yo, Mac, I'm a rapper now.
Yo, this guy's told me this 50 times since last night. He's like, yo, I'm a rapper now. Yo, you remember the lines?
Yeah, what you mean? I wrote it.
Can we hear
Yeah.
some? Can we hear some?
I'm see. That's all I said. It's 6 time, all black everything. CCB the mob, address me as president. Black shades at the hall, I'm a resident. Black queen president, we looking like black excellence. Every fight night, I gave the chills. I shed blood in that ring making meals. I had Brooklyn in the crowd running drills. You gotta be the champ to beat the champ. And still, Haney, I'm a Brownsville bully. Southpaw outlaw, crown on the hoodie. Johnny had a couple 100 pounds, brought it to me. We doubled up out in Vegas, calling rounds like a bookie. What's the business? Sky's the limit. I knocked out more niggas outside the ring than in it. If you knew where I was from, you understand my story. I'm from Brooklyn. All call-outs is mandatory. Fight night fresh, not a fight night miss. Anything can happen on a night like this. Even Super Zab even had it right like this. And that left still leaning like your little past 6, nigga.
Fire. Brooklyn shit.
I'm a rapper now, man.
He's a rapper now. What inspired that? What made you say, yo?
Just finishing out a full career in boxing. I'm finished now. I went into the Hall of Fame. I mean, that's like the highest accolade that you can get in sports, period. You know what I'm saying? From my whole thing, the quick thing, from 6 years old to 41, that was my duration of fighting. And I've never done nothing else. I never had a job. I never played no other sports. I never in nothing. And it's just boxing. And I kept excelling from one level to the next level to the next level. From amateur to the Olympics, turning pro, state titles, national titles to world titles, to multiple world titles, to undisputed world titles, now to the HOF, Hall of Fame. And so I'm done with it. I'm still 45 years old. I'm still young. I'm having fun. Let's go to rap. Who better than me? Let's go to rap.
That's dope. That's dope.
Who better than me? That's, you know what I'm saying? So
my man said 45, still young, very, very young.
Yeah.
And you move around that stage like you've been there
man,
before.
I'm having fun, man. I mean, listen, man.
For your first performance, that was pretty
First
big.
performance ever. I mean, but I had a chance when I was a young guy. I was around Un-DS. Un brought me to the studio. I was in there with Big. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I got family tied to Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed.
I've been around Hov. I've been around Hov since young. I've been in the studio where he's making the Black Album. Kim, Lil' Kim's my sister. Foxy Brown, my sister. I mean, like, who better than me? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? So
wow.
we had to keep going with it. You know, Fredro Starr, my brother.
Yes.
You know,
He produced the track that you was on.
Fredro produced the beat.
Right.
Beats produced by Dre. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout to Sticky. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, Buster. I don't know. I mean, just New York, just New York, just New York. I've been around it from young. I was the first person that, the first, hip hop fighter that was doing transitions, bringing rappers to the ring. You know what I'm saying? First one. Junior Mafia, I had Bristol, rest in peace to Bristol. Bristol, Junior Mafia, C's. They brought me to the ring. From there, I had Sean before he went to jail.
Wow.
Before Sean did the 10, he was with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was coming to the ring. You know what I'm saying? Gangster.
Dope.
You know, Bleak brung me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had Bleak bring me out.
Shout
I
out to
had
Bleak.
Cash Money. Let's go back. Cash Money was the first ones to bring me out.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, Cash Money. The whole group. Baby Wayne, Turk, everybody. Yeah, I had all that.
Legendary.
You know what I mean? So,
That's fire.
I mean, and then the list goes on.
All right, but let's rewind a little bit back because I just saw something sitting across from you talking, the Judah part,
Yeah.
and then knowing a little bit about your family's history, and from being around the same area.
Right.
You grew up Israelite. What was that like?
So I was born and raised a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying? From birth. When you're born, you don't have no, I'm doing what mama and what my Ima and my Abba taught me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By the age of 13, my grandmother, she was a pastor in North Carolina in the South. Her and my grandfather, they had their own church. I went to visit her for one Christmas. She said, I'm cutting the devil off you, boy. I'm cutting it off you. She cut my hair off me. She because I had long hair, you know.
Yeah.
Hebrew Israelites, we believe in our hairs, our strength and everything like that. And she cut my hair. She baptized me, and all that. And for 1 year, her and my mother didn't see eye to eye. They ain't talk. And my mother was like, you're not respecting what the faith that I choose to bring my family up in.
Right.
And from there, man, I just, I felt like my grandmother put something in me that day. Something that stuck with me for a long time. And when I went through my trials and my errors in my life, I found myself in the dark places. And I just remember Grandma always said, pray. You know what I'm saying? Pray and put Jesus first. And I promise you everything will be good. And that's what I did. And, I'm not saying, and that's why I'm here today. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I done had some other tragedies in life that I reached out to him and came through. I'm still sitting here. Long story short, I had a brain injury. And 5 years ago, we're supposed to have been celebrating Zab Judah's memory. Who he was, what kind of guy he was, sitting around, pouring the liquor out, let's take a smoke, the homies, all that. But I'm here to celebrate 5 years of still being here because of the Most High. So, I 100% understand where the blessing comes from. And I just don't break it for nothing.
Was it a balance of the two, or between
The
your
two
grandmother and your
No, so what I feel is this, I feel like the Most High takes you through different channels in life because he understands your path of where you're going. And there's certain information that has to be downloaded to you before you can get to the next level.
Right.
And as a young kid, it taught me morals, manners, understanding, life, structure, discipline. And when I got to my grandmother, it taught me other stuff, life, other walks. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to carry it. This is how you're supposed to talk. This is how you're supposed to walk. And that, every stage had its own teaching.
Right.
And that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? When I started out, I needed that. I needed to be a Hebrew Israelite. I needed to learn the structure of the discipline, of how to carry myself. And that's what I understand I learned. And then now, I converted to Christianity. I need to learn another lesson to move on and deal with life.
Right.
And now I look at in my later life, for everything that I've gone through, I knew he was there the whole time. He was just guiding me and ordaining my steps for where I'm at today.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just want to ask one, because I didn't know.
Hold on one second. I want to say rest in peace, Rofe. Rest in peace, Rofe.
Rest in peace, bro. Faith.
Right. Yeah.
Did Jesus, you said you asked for Jesus and he helped you?
Yes.
I asked that because that's something that, I don't know how much you watch the show, I go through a lot, but I wanted that to be said. You asked for Jesus and he helped you.
Specifically.
Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior,
Thank you.
100%.
Mine as well.
I'm a full-blown
but
divided
that's
Christian.
something.
Yeah.
A lot of
Devoted.
people have their gripes with Jesus on this show and come up and say anything, but I have a question I would ask most people in the world that have had their life on the line and have their life on the line. Who did you ask for?
100%.
Who did you ask for?
The
for
last
help?
person
When
that I
you-
asked for
if
help.
your life was on the line and you thought you was going to die, who did you ask for help? And I just.
Niggas being petty. He's
I
being
respect
petty.
all. I respect all. I respect
that's
all
really
religions. I respect everything, every war that everybody do. But I feel like people need. I feel like it's all the same thing. We all go in the same place. It's just that God knew that He made all of us, but He knew that Zab and Math is not gonna have the same thought pattern to walk through the door So I'm gonna create different interests for everybody, but we all gonna make it into that room.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's the kind of knowledge and
We all
the,
shall
faith,
be
and the
safe.
faith that you gotta have. I know that going through the door, I'm doing something that's right, something that's positive. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm trying to help. So my steps and my movements can't be in vain.
Yeah, and Jesus is here to save all sinners.
100%,
So whether you
100%.
believe him or not, he came here to save you, actually.
And if
He
not,
came here to save
and if
you.
that's not for you, then find what's
Yeah,
for you.
exactly,
Go find
yeah.
Allah. Go find, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Buddha. Go find.
It
find
all will be so.
But I always tell people, I respect people that believe in something.
Yeah.
Because they have a groundation. They have
Yeah.
they have a
A
higher
found-
being, a higher power they believe in. It's the ones out here that don't believe in nothing.
That you
Leave
can't,
it at
you
that,
can't really
man.
trust.
I leave it at that.
So the guy that caused the brain situation,
Yeah.
did he get that attempt murder charge?
Not yet. Not yet. But you know what? Sometimes in life, you gotta let go and let God.
Right.
I leave it at that.
Right. Let's talk boxing. From a young age, you've been on television. What was that like? When did it start?
Started young. Started like 15, 16 years old. So I won the Golden Gloves. I was 15 years old. 15 going on 16.
Wait, who was training you though? Like
My father. My
father?
father was
Okay.
my father is the genius, the brains, the motor, and the wheels behind this whole movement. You know what I'm saying? My father was a 3-time kickboxing world champion, 9th degree black belt in Shotokan Jiu-Jitsu. You know, you could go to YouTube and Google, just put in Zab's dad. It's gonna pop up. You can see him fight. He was no joke. He had a lot of knockouts. He had one loss, then like 41 wins, one loss, and like 39 knockouts. He was cold with it.
So
Yeah,
your
but
dad
he-
inspired you.
Yeah. My dad's my inspiration, my hero. Everything that I got into was because of my father. The reason for meeting Tyson, the reason for meeting Pernell Whitaker, the reason for meeting all these guys. My dad was in that field already. He had his stripes. They was his homies. You know what I'm saying? I was young. Yo, here go my son. He coming up. They like, okay, let me check him out. When they seen the skills and the talent that I possessed, that's what I think made the relationships happen.
Right. Got you. Right. So from there, you know, your dad is instilling is skilling you. When did you realize that you were better than most of the people around you?
I've always been competitive. Like, I was always a fighter. So I was the kid that my mom used to play cards a lot, right? So we used to have to go to the friend's house, and you know, they put all the kids in one room. I just thought guys supposed to fight, boys supposed to fight. Take your socks off, let's put them on your hands, and let's fight. That's what I always thought, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we get in there, we start punching, you know, so I was doing boxing from 6 years old, so I knew how to fight. So I feel like, let me teach them, this is how you hold your hands, this is how you do the jabs. Okay, now, let's fight. You know what I'm saying? And then it would always come, you know, you get busted noses, lips busted. After a while, the reputation became, you know, my mother name was Cat. It was like, Cat, listen, you can come to my house, come for the game, but you can't bring your kid. You can't bring that little nigga right here. Keep him home. Leave him home. He beat everybody up in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can come over, but leave him home. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that came up. So I always was like, I just thought that's what boys supposed to do, fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a Brownsville thing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Straight
It's
Brownsville.
not malicious to me. It wasn't malicious. Like,
Yeah,
you a boy,
I'll be
let's
honest
fight.
with you, bro. I never went to my cousin's house and we, you know, our socks were stayed on our feet the whole night. That's something different.
If you came to my house, take a shot, cause yo, that was our boxing gloves. You know how you a kid, we ain't have no gloves. You know what I'm saying? We had no gloves, so you gotta take the socks off, put them on your hand, let me go.
That's different.
Yo, imagine.
I never heard no shit like
Yo,
that.
imagine you a little kid, you go to this crib,
There it is.
Just bouncing in
and
the
the
room like
kid is like,
this.
yo, you ready? Take your socks off.
They like, for what?
Why me?
Why? Why is it that why?
That's probably why niggas had holes in their socks.
After a while, hey yo, man, yo. After a while, niggas start wearing socks. Like, I ain't got no today. I don't want to fight. I ain't got no fight. I don't want to fight. I ain't wearing socks today.
You never told me to put your hands in your shoes.
Oh, man.
So that caused a lot of.
Hold on, bro. Right here. It's right here.
It's right there. So that caused a lot of a lot of issues amongst your peers.
Yeah, that caused a lot of
And
issues.
with your parents.
Yeah, mama was like,
But your pops jacked it like, yo, this is
was
what,
listen,
what it is.
My pops was never into that. He was a word. My pops is very disciplined to this day. My pops is he's one of the most disciplined people that I know that I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? He's still to this day. He came to my show last night, so this is his first time I could talk. I called, yeah, I'm a rapper now. So yeah, he said, okay, all right. I said, I got a show tonight in New York. I'm coming to New York. He said, all right, I'm gonna come. He got there. My mistake was I got him there too early. Oh my God. You know how that is, man. I have him in the back. We all back there, niggas blowing, 100,000 blunt. My dad was like, what? Wait. Where do you go on? I'm like, I said, it's kind of like boxing. I go on late. I'm like the main event. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you gotta hang around. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna do that, son. he took flight, but we taped it and everything, so he was happy with it. But he's a big supporter, but he's just a militant dude in a different position, and some things are not for everybody. That's what I say.
Right. So what was your mother's stance on things coming up, being that way, being a fighter, and your father being such a disciplinarian?
Ready for this one? My mother and my father met in karate school. My mother's a black belt.
Oh, Jesus.
This is it. My mom is a black belt.
Dude, you cheating.
Coming up, her name was Crazy Cat.
You were genetically engineered.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
He birthed a weapon. It's like a weapon.
Her name was Crazy Cat from East New York.
Right.
She lived in East New York and all that. So, man, it was crazy. She get busy. Like, when I came up, I didn't get like beat with belts and all like that. I got like front kicks and karate chops. What? Y'all don't understand. My mother, I swear to y'all, my mother got to be the fastest person I ever know. You know how you been this like Pathmark? Remember? Pathmark. Going down. Boom! and keep going like it ain't nothing, man.
Like nothing happened.
Your whole shit bleeding. I'm telling you something different. I came up in the 70s. It wasn't called child abuse back then. Right. It's different.
It was regular.
That was regular.
That's where those reflexes came from.
Yeah, right. Facts. So mom was a fighter, pop was a fighter.
And their son is a science experiment.
The sign was a science experiment.
That's cheating.
I never looked at that. But
cheating.
I don't think that when they was coming up that they ever looked at that, like we making you a fighter, I'm a fighter, let's make a super kid. Like, no, I don't think that.
You don't think that? Super Zab Judah. I was just saying.
That's
Might be
Super
some
Judah.
Super.
So your mother probably didn't have the normal anxiety that most parents have when their son is first getting in the ring and getting into a competitive sport like boxing and fighting. Like you see a lot of mothers on the sideline like, oh God, baby, just be careful. But I can imagine your parents had a different philosophy when you started fighting and took it serious.
I mean, yeah, it was like the wins was good, you know what I'm saying? But see, my parents are very competitive, so it never really affected me until you lost. And you're like, you know you could do better than that, right? You know you get some combinations of it. Why you stop punching? Go to the body. Yeah, get down and go to the body. You like, dang, you sitting there like, so it's not like you know how when you lose, your parents go home and they're like, this will be okay, people win, people lose. It was none of that shit. It was like, that's not you. You didn't, get over more, move your head more, do this, do that. Like, they was in the game, so it was more scientifically engineered to know what the hell's going on, you know what I mean? Right. And instead of scolding me, they corrected me. So that's where my drive came from. I was like, cool. If I ever lost, anybody know if he ever took a loss, he in the gym on Monday. Because boxing fights is on Saturday. I was in the gym on Monday, back at it, training at it. Because one thing I learned that if you have a loss, and we all gonna have them, don't dwell on the hiccup. You gotta dwell on what's coming next. You gotta be able to take your losses just like your wins. And I was able to do that. I was able to go, okay, cool, that's over, that's done, that was a project, that's finished, what's next? And I was always able say rather easy, wipe it out of my mind and just keep it going forward. Right. You know what I'm saying? So people see me like, damn, this nigga just lost the fight. He outside, walking the street, shopping, like doing it, like, because you gotta erase it. People that sit around and take those bad losses and they dwell on it, they sit in the house, close the shades, they come out the house 300 pounds. Come out the house stressed out or skinny, sick, going to the hospital. I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to be that. Right. Never wanted to be that.
So was it you that wanted to get into boxing, or was it your family that wanted you to get into boxing?
I think that my father introduced us, and through my hard work and dedication and motivation, he seen that and he just put the gas in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, Pops was a fighter already.
Right.
So I can remember walking. This is a true story. I walked. My father was fighting. His name was Anthony Solano in the Garden. My father was a champion. He had 3 belts. He came out. He let his sons hold the belt. We came out to the ring. I told my dad I had an epiphany. When he was coming out, they was yelling, Judah, Judah. And I felt like they was talking to me. I was only like 8 years old. I was young, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like I was talking to me. When he got me in the room, he said, I told him this. And he said, just keep working hard. And one day it will be you. Just that he don't know what he did to me at that conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know that whole experience of the walkout, of the going to the ring with your dad, the screaming, the trial. It put a battery in me that was like, oh, I can have this. Then being neighbors down the street from Mike Tyson, seeing Mike Tyson come through, drop top Rolls Royces and all that, we like, from boxing? Hanging around Pernell Whitaker, being able for these guys to be tangible, me being a young kid, 16 years old, 17 years old, able to pick the phone up and call Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. This was the best. He was pound for pound the greatest at this time. Right. You know what I mean? That did something to my ego, to my soul, to everything. I was like, yo, I got to go get this. So now I'm 16, 15, sparring with Pernell Whitaker, learning, moving and grooving. When I get back to my house, to my regular guys, to my regular peers, guys that's on my level, they fool. They fool. They fool. I'm scarily here now. Now I take another trip. I'm going with Tyson. Tyson came. I'm watching Mike. Mike come in the gym. Body niggas. No. You hear me? Body niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us about those times.
So Mike come in the gym. Body. Knock him out. 3-4 dudes lined up. Knock all the guys out. I'm standing there. Zab, it's just time to train. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to try to mimic this shit that he just did. You know what I'm saying? I get in there. Shit happens. I'm like,
it worked.
That's it. All this laid back, trying to Scooby-Doo shit. No, get in there and just get rid of this nigga. Right. And that's what I started doing. And so now I'm with Mike. It's when he came home. We traveling the world. We going everywhere. He's the attitude, the energy, the everything. When you get in there, you can't be with Mike and get in there and be doing this shit like with nobody. You got to get in there and emulate the energy that you've been around. Right. And that's what I did. I was just knowing it from sparring to fighting to I mean, in the real fight, in a sparring match, like guys know you call me for sparring, shit could get real.
What was that experience like meeting Mike?
Well, I met Mike when I was like 8 years old. So I was 8, like I said, we was home in the house in Brownsville, and my dad woke us up. It was like 3 in the morning. He said, come here, I got something for y'all. Mike was standing right there in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I used to, I still stutter. I used to stutter real bad when I was younger. Like Wingate days, I was quiet in Wingate days. Why? Not because I was just cool. I couldn't talk. I was stuttering. No, bad, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I remember telling Mike, I'm gonna be champion of the world. And Mike looked at me like, yeah, just work hard. Again, another person. They don't know what they did to me with that. Right. That's one conversation. So what I always do, the reason why I'm saying this is because wherever I go at in the world, I always drop seeds on kids and young people coming up that's trying, they want to give advice. You let them know they can do it. They can do it. Put it in their hands and watch them do it. They're going to manifest it. No joke.
All they need is to be told by somebody.
It's almost like my godson, Devin Haney. Everybody know Devin Haney. Yeah. Y'all watched him. He was 11 years old. He carried my undisputed championship ring belt to the ring. Look at him now. He's the undisputed champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? When a person is geared up and they see like life is, people grow up, they see outside every day. In New York City, you grow up, you see this shit every day. You don't really have a lot of hopes and ambitions and dreams. But when you step outside, you go somewhere else and you see something else, you're like, wait a minute. I know we over here right now, but I just seen the homie over here. I went to their crib. They live in some big shit. They got a backyard. They got a front yard. I see, you know what I'm saying? That's motivation. And that makes you want to come home and work harder. And that's what I did. I was able to be around these type of entities. And you know what I'm saying? I remember when Pernell Whitaker, to me, he was the first person I ever seen with the shit that Biggie was talking about, the big body S-Benz. Yeah. See this shit delivered. This was in the 90s, bro. This was like 92. I was like, oh, that's the shit Big talking about. Wow. Riding around in it. But it's tangible. You see what I'm saying? When you give a person something and they're able to touch it, grasp it, feel it, it's real.
It's different. It lands
They
different.
can mimic it. They can mimic. It's easy to mimic something. It's hard to mimic something we're looking at on television. You're looking at it as like television is what we look at. It's a box of entertainment.
Yeah.
You
It's a
say
box
that
of
all the
entertainment
time, man.
that keep us good.
Can't
So
rap about it if you ain't live it.
yeah, you can't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, you know, and in my raps, you break down the bar for bar, everything is facts. I ain't doing no Sad was in a submarine jumping off the yacht. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. When I'm speaking real facts. I'm telling you about my experiences, my walks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I said my joint is gonna be who better than me. Come on, man. I was outside at an early age moving around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Word. It's different.
So before you go pro, you're outside moving around. What's that like? Because you're walking around with hands before they become licensed,
Right.
but they're already deadly.
Right.
How are you carrying yourself in the streets with those?
These days, you know, like I was explaining to the brother earlier, when you have the skills and you really know how to fight, you do not desire to fight.
Right.
If a fight happens, it's because of violation.
Right.
If I feel violated, I demonstrate. I demonstrate everything that I've been taught from 6 years old to now. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And that's it. So if I ever had an altercation with a person, it was because of demonstration. I mean, it was because of violation. And what you seen was demonstration. That's it. That's it. I leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Zad, when you went pro, did you have like outsiders trying you?
You remember that?
Not even when you went pro. You got outsiders. Like, this is a real story. I remember taking my first loss. Right. I was the son of Brooklyn, the son of New York, the face of New York City boxing, young kid coming up. Took my first loss to Casa Zoo. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I fell and went back down and all that, and that's when Puff dropped Harlem Shake shit. Oh, Lord. Nigga.
That was viral before viral was the word.
Went, oh, my God. Shit. What?
Zad went
viral. I said you the entertainer, making jokes about, you know, he got a voice. You know what I'm saying? He was big at the platform. Yo, Zad, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we linked up later on. He told me, listen, man, I'm a comedian. That's what I do. I make people laugh. He said, you had a worldwide event that we watched in front of everybody. I just elaborated on it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So
you was taking it personal?
I was taking, I was going big Brooklyn. I was going big Brooklyn. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad, ready to run up on set. Like, what up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Demonstrate.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then he sat me down and explained to me, yo, bro, this is what I do. Like, I like you. You know, nigga, you all right. You get busy. You know. And I said, and from that day, I said, oh, this ain't personal. This ain't personal. Right. What's personal is when you get in that ring and you display who you are. That's personal. Now, leaving with nothing to say, but damn. And that's how you do it.
But did you ever experience the loss prior to any notoriety? Like you being in the hood, coming from where you come from, what was your first loss like and who was it from? As a kid or anything? Did you ever experience the loss?
Casa Zoo.
That was it.
So
no losses before that in the street, nothing.
My amateur record was 115 wins and 5 losses.
Outside the ring.
5 losses.
5 losses.
You hear what I just said? 115 wins and 5 losses inside of a skilled, professional, trained boxing ring. I'm not worrying about nothing outside. That shit didn't last long. That's
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm asking. Exactly.
It didn't last long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to work it up to let you know. I don't want to paint the whole picture to you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm in the ring with trained athletes doing something different. Outside, I'm not worrying about that. That wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
How did you train for Mayweather?
No, hold on. We're going too fast. We're going too fast.
We are?
Yeah.
Casa Zoo.
Right.
Now, when people get knocked out, it's usually like, a deeper feeling of loss because you don't know how it happened. Right. Usually boxers.
Opposite.
No, I'm saying usually you can analyze like, okay, I was doing this, that, he caught me,
Yeah.
But in that moment, you're like, what just happened?
Right.
What was that whole scenario like for you?
So for me with Casa Zoo, it was crazy because it was different. It was I won the first round, clearly. I smoked them. It was only 2 rounds. I was a champion, Casa Zoo was a champion. Both respectfully champions. This was in 2001, we was making an undisputed unification fight for the titles. Kasazu, second round come, I'm moving around. He caught me. Boom, I go down. My mind said, get up.
Get back up.
The warrior.
Yeah.
My body said, hold up. Hold up, my guy. Hold up. Wait a minute.
We're not ready yet.
We ain't ready yet.
Right.
But young Zab, I'm young. I'm hot. I'm up. So when you see me turn to the ref, I'm telling him like I'm on my feet, but
I'm good.
My mind is up. My mind is in kill him. But my body's like, hold up, let me catch up. So I'm trying to ref like, yo, I'm good. And that's when I fell again. And that's when he was like, it's over. Then, once again, I know you guys, I went big Brooklyn again.
Right.
You don't stop my fight, my nigga. I'm okay. I'm ready. I'm still on my feet. The fight is over. I'm young. This is my first loss ever. 28-0. I'm the champ. The face and pride of Brooklyn. What did I do? I was immature. I was young.
Right.
Went at the ref. You don't stop my fight. Try to knock him out too next. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was just on it different. I was just on it like I didn't understand. I was like, yo, you can't do that. You can't stop my fight. I'm ready. In my mind, what y'all seen, I was up on my feet. I was standing there. I was ready, and the nigga was counting. He just stopped it. When I watched the tape back, I seen different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the round was over. No matter what, the round was over. Mm-hmm. If he would have just said, "All right, you cool? All right, cool. Go back to your corner." The bell was a ding.
Yeah.
The round was over. So I felt like as a champion, I should have been given courtesy. A little bit like, all right, the round is over. He up. Let's go to the next round.
Right.
They stopped it. And that's why I reacted the way I reacted.
Or
I think the ref might have been.
Count.
Huh?
If you'd have taken the 8 count to get your legs back together.
Right.
So
As opposed to popping right back.
In boxing from 6 years old, I've never in my life came in the gym. My father said, lay down. Okay, if you get hit, you roll over and sit up on one knee and just stay there. Never. I was never taught that. How do you know how to do that, man?
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
Right.
I was taught kill him, break him up, flip, dab, hook, roll. I never was taught how to get up and how to, you know what I'm saying?
Get yourself back together.
Right. That's something I was experiencing for the first time by myself in life. I'm saying, boom, whole world. Boom. I'm like, oh shit, I'm up. I think I'm together. But I wasn't, and the fight was over. So it for me, it was heartbreaking because I had more to offer. I had way more to offer. You know what I'm saying? And it was taken from me. It's crazy.
Did you feel like you let the burrow down?
Nah, I didn't. Nope. I never felt like that. I felt like something was taken from me.
Right.
We're gonna break down every one. I'm gonna show you. Look at the Casa Zoo. I'm showing you why I didn't feel that way. I feel like something was taken from me.
Right.
I didn't lose the fight. Mm-hmm. First round, I got over. I won the first round. You threw one punch, and that's it. And it's over. You didn't knock me out to where I was like this. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't parked. The niggas ain't seen nothing on the bottom of my shoes. You didn't even know none of that. You know what I'm saying? So let me continue. I'm a champion. We both champions on a high level.
Right.
This is not ballroom boxing. We on pay-per-view Vegas, MGM Grand.
Right.
Going for the undisputed junior welterweight championship of the world. You don't just stop the title.
You think the ref was concerned about your health?
I mean, like I said, Jay Nady, he's a good friend of mine now. You know, after that moment, once I sat down and watched the video, I understand I reacted immaturely. You know what I'm saying? That was so I went back to him and I apologized to Jay Nady. And to this day, we good friends. You know, what he's seen, like you said, he's seen an end period boxer that can't go no more. So let me save your health. Let me stop the fight. Right. Me, a warrior, a Brooklyn kid from Brownsville, let me die in this motherfucker. Yeah. You don't stop this fight. You don't stop this fight. Are you crazy? You don't stop this. Nobody's all right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's and then I just reacted, once again, big Brooklyn style.
You feel like that kind of leaves boxers at a disadvantage if they're not taught that.
No, it's
taught
not.
how to take the loss, roll over, get their composure, sportsmanship.
I would never. Sportsmanship is different. That comes with discipline. I would never teach a fighter how to get up off the ground if you get knocked down. No, I don't think that's a lesson that we should be learning. What I'm gonna teach you is defense to move your head so that you never get hit to go down there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So as a trainer, my father, that's what he taught us. Move your head so that you don't never end up in that situation. Mm-hmm. You don't never want to prepare from down there. Like I'm gonna lay down, learn how to get up. Nah, they don't do that.
Nah, but Zab, if somebody would have taught you how to take the 8 count,
That would have saved the day.
That's what I'm saying.
this whole fight
That would
would've
have
been
probably
different.
saved the day, but then it would have messed up this history. I would have probably never been sitting here.
What was the biggest lesson?
No, he still would have been sitting there.
Nah,
It might have changed the trajectory.
Still
change the trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the biggest lesson you learned from that?
From that moment, control. Understand that Zab, you know, no matter what, you never let nothing or nobody take you out of your zone to where as if you lose control like you did. I lost control. It cost me $150,000. You know what I'm saying? I lost control. It cost me 1 year suspension. Meaning that
Swinging on the ref.
Right, swinging on the ref. Like say you a barber, use a barber chair. They tell you for 1 year you can't use that chair. You can walk by the shop every motherfucking day and watch your clients, watch the other niggas cut your clients, but you can't come in there and cut no hair. Mm-hmm. That's what I went through.
It's like torture.
So the 1 year suspension was it hurt me more than the than $150,000 for the fine.
I got banned for 3 years from battle rap, bro.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, but
And look, so look, math. We got something in common.
Yeah.
I got banned 1 year for Costa Zoo. I got banned another year for Floyd Mayweather. I got banned another year when I hit a guy in the basement at a weigh-in for like one of my later fights. So I've been suspended 3 times in my boxing career. So
3 years.
So boxing has took 3 years from me of my life to say, go. So this is where y'all seen the Miami dice fights, the Zab Jude in the clubs, because I'm outside. I got idle time. I'm young. I'm rich. I don't got nothing to do.
Right.
Boxing is my life. I have enough money to support me to where I ain't gotta do nothing.
Right.
So
But you still want to box.
I still want to box. I can't box. Hit the homies. Yo, let's get dressed. We hitting the streets. You know what's out there. you know what we ran into. You know what I'm saying? I already know what we ran into. You know, we young, we rich, we going. You know what we ran into. You know
what was your circle like around those times that you were like on suspension? Your circle, like who was around you, moving around with you?
So I got 10 brothers, blood brothers.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, it's 10 blood brothers, and I got 1,000 other brothers. You know what I'm saying? All over the world, like for real, like you know what I mean. So it's like we was just together every day. Like I've always been known to be with the family. Everybody know that see Xavier, the family with them. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you don't see them right now, they ain't too far. They a phone call away. You know what I'm saying? Always, always been like that. Like remember, we was the Judah brothers. My father had the boys, so we always was, like you know what I'm saying, a big family.
I used to be in the gambling spot with one of them.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. Joe Judah. Shout out to Joe Judah.
Right, so from there, you learn this lesson, Costas. You're labeled a bad guy now. You're almost falling into the realms of where they put Mike Tyson after the air biting and all that stuff.
Sore loser. Bad loser. Poor sportsmanship.
But for Brooklyn,
Right.
you're still Brooklyn.
That means yes, I made it. You see that? You hear what you just said, man? You know what I'm saying? I just made it. They said, what about me? I made it. I'm in. I'm the bad boy. I'm the bad
guy.
You know what I'm saying? Definite. Yeah.
Now, you're taking these fights. You're getting your wins back. Spinks.
We had 2 fights.
Right.
I love Corey Spinks. Shout out to my brother Corey Spinks. He was the only human being. I call him a human being because he gave me a rematch. You know, because he knew the first fight it could have went either way. I honor it. First fight, long story short, first fight, I make $1.2 million. I lose the fight. Corey Spinks win the fight. I go to Don. Don, you know that was BS. Come on, man. I'm with Don King now. Don King said, "You think you can beat him? You can fight him, but it's gonna be different now." I said, "Okay, what's the difference?" You know, number one, the boy the champion now. You know, he won. You know, Don, he's champion now, brother. You know, the man want to fight home and look like a hero in the city. I said, "Okay, we can fight him at home." Okay, all right, brother, you got that? Oh yeah, you know, and brother, the biggest thing, brother. Yeah, brother, ain't no money, brother. I said, "What you mean ain't no money?" I said, "I just made 1 point." Yeah, brother, but that was for that fight. For this one, we ain't really got that much now like that. I said, "So what you got?" Man, a little bit. I said, "What's a little bit?" We got 100. 100 what? 100,000?
What?
I said, "Nigga, that's my training camp." My training camp costs more than that. I said, "You know what? At this time of my life, It's not about money. It's about showing the world who Zab Judah really is. I said, let me get that. He looked at me like he seen a ghost. What? You gonna take? Yes. The fight was on. The fight was made. Fast forward. We hit St. Louis.
Right.
Fight week. Got the team with me. We come out to St. Louis, mobbing out there. We checking. We get to the hotel. We check in. Drop our bags. We hungry. Let's go get something to eat. Yo, what up? We going to the joint. We got the team, Judah. You know, we here. We get to the soul food spot. They in there like this. What y'all want? We want to get something to eat. What y'all want to eat? They like this. I'm like, oh hell no, nigga. I'm not eating nothing out of here. Like so now, remember this was the biggest. We went in the Guinness Book of World Records. You can look it up. Zab Judah, Corey Spinks for the biggest indoor event in St. Louis history. We went into the to the Guinness Book of World Records
for that. Wow.
This is the biggest event going on in the town. Zab Judah, Corey Spinks. The town is with him. Here come the ops. We was the ops. You know what I'm saying? We was the ops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They looking at us like, oh, word? What you want to eat?
And St. Louis stick together.
St. Louis stick together.
Yeah.
So boom, we turn around, go back to the hotel. I had my white dude. He was my conditioning trainer. Take all that Team Judah stuff off. Put your regular clothes on, regular stuff. You go there, you order the food. White guy walking in St. Louis restaurant, soul food. I want some chicken. They don't pay him no mind. They don't think nothing about no Team Judah, none of that.
Right.
And that's how I ate for the whole week. On the low. Now, second thing, fast forward, boop. I'm in the hotel. I check in. I always check in my hotel room under a different name. I never check in under Zab Judah. People go to hotel, they see you walking in. They go pick up a house phone. Yo, nigga Zab. Yo, Zab, what up? No, it's cool. Right. I check in under another name. I'm in my room. Brain for the phone. Hello? Yeah, nigga, we gonna get you, nigga. We gonna knock your ass out, nigga. We gonna kill you. You think you gonna come here and win, nigga? We gonna kill you. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, you gonna kill me for what? Yeah, nigga, you think you gonna come in and win all that? I said, listen, man, it's a boxing fight, man. Whatever you gonna do, brother, get to doing it. Get to getting it done.
Right.
And that's what it, and from there, everything was straight. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward. You know, I'm in the town. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, St. Louis is very bad. It's a very crazy city at this time.
Right.
You know, I'm a little, off edge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hit my family. I say, listen, man, I'm in the town. I'm out here. These people around here, they talking about they're gonna do something to me, hurt me and all that. He said, don't worry about it. We're already out there, family. You just get in there and you handle your business and we're gonna be there. And I'm saying like, word? All right, cool. He don't do much talking. Hang the phone up. Boom, it's over. I get to the shit. I do my shit. I get to the fight. Long story short, we fighting, me and Corey in the ring. Watch the fight. The front row, like the third round. You see like the people getting up, moving out the way. You see all these guys coming in, black t-shirts and diamond chains. Welcome to the mob, baby. Mitch pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I got you, homie. Don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And when I seen bro come in there, I was like, all right, we on. Let's get it. All this outside interference that's going on, we ain't worrying about it. Remember, he came out with Nelly and all that. Him and Nelly, you know, came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nelly will tell you Zabra and the mob. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You came with St. Louis, I came with the mob. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we were just, and everything went smooth. We had a good time. The fight went my way.
No. You ain't gonna do that. Everything was smooth. The fight went my. No. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, my blood came apart. Look,
look, man. We got who rolling here? Who rolling? Somebody roll a blunt. Just roll a blunt. And the champ, tell his story, man. We need to hear this story. Man.
Oh yeah, I'm going. Good luck.
You got it.
So boom. Meeting them.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah, self-sufficient. Yeah.
Free Big Meech too, man. Yeah. Free Big Meech.
Free the mob, my nigga.
Shame on that niggas.
Free Spritty, free Uwe, free KP, free the whole mob. You know that. My guys.
Whoa.
Big shout out to Big T. You know that.
Yeah.
Mafia. So look, right?
Right.
So, you know, I see my homies there and all that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Fight going on. Long story short, fast forward the fight. 9th round knockout happened. I knocked him out. When the knockout happens,
stop
I know.
I'm
speeding. Hold on. I'm speeding for a reason. When the knockout happens, and the ref went like this, you could hear a pin dropped in the Savage Center in St. Louis.
That is a fact.
A pin drop. They said, oh.
Everybody was
But
breathless.
you couldn't hear a pin drop in St. Louis, but you couldn't hear a gunshot in Brooklyn because
everybody went dumb.
That's a fact.
Bruh.
Hey, yo,
Lethal.
Hey, yo.
Clean. Bing! You just seen it all. It was
I ain't
done,
gonna front.
bro.
In the hood, they let, like we thought it was New Year's.
Yeah,
They
it
let
was New
shots
Year's.
go.
It was New Year's.
K's been off and all
It was
that.
New
It's like,
Year's.
we got it, we
Son,
back. You know what I'm saying? And I always been that. I've been like a representative of Brooklyn. So when I see another brother gain success and get credit, I'm like, yeah, I see Maz on the show. What, nigga? We made it.
Yes.
We made it. They like, you didn't even go on the show. Nigga, don't worry about that. We made it. I see my brother right there. We made it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the whole realm, you know, everybody. You know what I'm saying? When I see whole shit, when I see everybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody with Mano, everybody, I'm like, what? This is us. You know what I'm saying? This is us. Definitely.
Now, what was the conversation like with Dawn after that?
Go get the bag. I'm back. Go get the bag. Like, it's not, conversation is short now, dog. It ain't about all that. I came here for the chump change, but you know, now you gotta double up on the next one.
Right.
Cause I need you to, you know what I'm saying, show me some love on this one, cause I came here and did something that you didn't even think was gonna happen. Right. Everything was, you know, I can't say there's no forgery in boxing, but it was stacked against me.
Yeah.
When I came to St. Louis, nothing was designed for Zab Judah to walk out of St. Louis the undisputed champ of the world. Nothing.
It almost feels like he offered you that tiny amount of money hoping that you wouldn't take the fight. It almost sounded like that was
it was a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But when you from where I'm from, what? 100,000? It's not about the money. At this time, it was about principle. It was about, I knew what I could do. In the 12th round of the first fight, I hit him with one punch and dropped him. But then the bell rung and the fight was over. And then I felt like an ass. So that was my motivation the whole time after the fight. While I kept going, I kept thinking about that one punch I hit him with. Boom! He went down. I said, oh, just gotta start like that, faster. So if you watch the second fight, when the bell rung, it wasn't the 12th, it wasn't the first round for y'all. I mean, the first round for y'all. It was the 13th round for me. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it going. Let's go, brother. We back at it.
Yeah.
And that's how I carried it. If you look at my interviews and everything I said leading up to that fight, I said it. I'm gonna knock him out. No disrespect to Corey. That's a slick, bad boxing motherfucker. Yeah. No joke. Right. Nothing. All big kudos to him. That boy could fight. But my mind, I was in a different zone. You know what I'm saying? To people, when you zone out and you get in that zone, you can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
A lot of times people don't put themselves in that zone. Put yourself in the zone and put that motherfucker in drive and go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt that night. I don't care about no killers, no murderers, no who you had. I ain't get none of that. None of that. I'm not worrying about that. I got my people. We good on that. In that ring, it's me, you, and the ref, and he can't do nothing.
You was in a different zone.
That's it.
I don't even think you had eyebrows that night.
Nah, I had no eyebrows.
He cleaned them off.
I'm telling you, man.
My man was like, I'm not getting no tails, no nothing.
Word, mad.
Y'all remember this?
Yeah.
Y'all remember this?
I think no joke. I think I went like 5 months straight, no sex, no nothing, no party. I locked in like an animal. I had crazy stuff in my mind, bro. Lord, nah, I gotta get back. Then it hit me, right? So I didn't get it right back. Right after the first fight, he made me fight another nigga. I washed him quick. I said, come on, give me the fight. And he said, all right, you got it now. And that's why I went there and turned up. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was the only guy in my career that I love and respect and say he gave me another shot because he knew that was, you know, this could have been some bullshit. There's a lot of other niggas out there, you know what I'm saying?
That would have ran with it.
No, fuck that. There's a lot of other niggas out there that we had close nights, and them niggas said, never. It's over, my nigga. You have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? You have a nice day, my nigga. Go beat up with somebody else. Get out of here. They wasn't with it.
Knock the courage out the niggas.
Yo, I ain't wear no socks today.
Yeah, I ain't wear no socks today. Can't play, man. Me and my brother, we left our socks home.
Facts. All right, I want to move on to one of the biggest fights ever. You versus Mayweather.
We
Shit gets announced.
We should probably come back to that one.
Yeah?
Probably 5-minute break, come back, start with
Yeah,
that
you
one.
know what? Yeah. Let's take a 5-minute break. Yo, but you don't understand what that was about? That happened because he didn't want to talk about rock.
Jay, he didn't want to
That
talk
didn't
about
work.
It did.
Jay. It did,
It did
because
not.
we didn't talk much about Hov in
Yeah,
that.
we did.
Ask Bigger, it did.
Yeah, but
We got at him.
Yeah, but to the people that know, it was like, nah, that ain't it.
But he
Nah,
happened to bring him
my,
up.
My job ain't to make people uncomfortable.
Right.
That's what I was
You know what
telling
I'm
him
saying?
earlier.
No, that's
If
my
if
job.
I'm talking to you and I see, all right, he kind of dropping clues, he ain't trying to go in that direction.
Right,
All right, so what does he want to talk about?
right.
Because the better things are for my guests is how it's gonna be for people watching. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have somebody in here that everybody hate. You know what I mean? And we just gonna be tearing them apart. Like, what's the point of that? That's not what it's about.
Hold up.
Let's figure out why people hate you and whether they got it wrong.
Cause you wanted me to dance that dance with Benzino when he was here.
No,
Man, go
I
at
wanted
him.
you to speak it because
Go
you
at
ain't
him.
here telling
Sauce.
us. Yo, he
Sauce
hated
shit.
all
Sauce
of
shit.
He hated this and he hated that. I was like, all right, cool, bring that out. Let's figure out what that's all about.
Now here's the good part. I didn't have to mention none of that. He mentioned it
Because
all.
him growing up, he kind of explained it without you having to go there.
Nah, he fudged a bunch of shit that I called him on. He fudged a couple of things that I called him on. I wasn't a bully. Laughed in the chair. As soon as I wasn't trying to bully nigga.
But I guarantee you it's gonna be the best Benzino interview
it'll
you've ever
be
seen in
great.
life.
But I also
He said he cried when he watched that interview with us.
I'm
and his daughter.
gonna hear from the staff that was working there. I'm gonna hear from all the writers who walked out. I'm gonna hear from all the writers who got jerked. The people who didn't get paid.
Man, them niggas still, if they still carrying a grudge, they need
It's
to get
not
over
just
that
them.
shit.
You're only talking about one generation. I'm talking about the whole staff. Like
We had him on the
years
podcast.
of the staff are going to be
last
popular.
Nigga, y'all niggas had the
So
times
there
of
was a
y'all
lot of
lives.
stuff
Like,
that he didn't touch on.
you know what I'm saying?
In spite of him,
Motherfuckers
not
be
because
forgetting
of
they
him.
had a good time.
In spite of him, not because of him.
No, because of him.
It wasn't because of him.
Oh,
Right.
nah, hold on. Violation, timeout. Flag on the plate.
What?
Flag on the plate. Y'all didn't talk about the
You see a Brooklyn nigga for real.
the gay
This is a Brooklyn nigga for real, bro.
Gay shit?
No.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't ask him?
No.
Flag on the plate. Bullshit.
Oh, you talking about the shit when
do that.
nigga was in the hotel
Yeah,
shit?
what you mean? That's,
Oh,
that's
nah.
the biggest shit ever.
Nah,
That's the biggest shit.
Ask
ever.
him. Nah, pause. I'm
Flag on that
saying. What I'm saying. That's the shit that would have.
What we got caught up with was him and his daughter. That's where we had our interview at. Because we interviewed his daughter. She said a bunch of things. He responded
I
to
got
that.
love for Koi. I ain't gonna do
So
that.
we just
like
kind
that.
of let that.
I ain't gonna do that to a pop.
It's
You should have slid in like, yo, what happened in room 112?
Oh shit.
What the players doing? What happened? That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's not malicious.
But
you know
here
what
go
I'm
the
saying?
thing, like,
Dwight Howard.
everybody was wondering why we didn't go that way with Dwight. But before we turned on, I was like, yo, turn off the cameras.
We did it.
Let's have an uncomfortable conversation. For
Right.
40 minutes, we talked about, like, certain shit involved in that. And he kind of gave us, like, yo, you know, I'm not gonna indulge when somebody's trying to tarnish my name or use me to get some sort of attention and da 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 da. And I'm like,
Right, but public
Okay.
information is axable.
Yeah, Zeno's is on tape.
That's it.
It's different.
It's public
His shit is
information.
recorded.
We
what's on tape?
Him talking back and forth with a
the
transvestite.
There's a
Trans woman.
Yeah. But it came
Oh, you talking about the
out-
big
My
man?
nigga, let me tell
Yeah,
you.
Dwight
something.
Howard.
You sure they in the AI?
That's what I'm saying.
You sure they in the
Show his
AI
son
though?
grabbing his dick.
Y'all don't know.
That shit
Look,
on YouTube, bro.
See,
Y'all remember
yo,
Chingy?
show them bigger. They got
remember Chingy?
AIs.
Yeah, yeah.
Could really
that
sound
nigga's
like
whole career got fucked up because a trainee lied on him.
Because he took a picture with Sydney Starr.
Well,
Who,
and
Chingy?
no,
Yeah.
it's not because he took the picture.
No, it's what happened
It's
after
because
that.
after that she
But we
decided
don't know. We don't know if that was true.
I want some clout, so I'm allowing it. No, she came out and
came out and
said
said
I
that?
lied. But the nigga career was over after that.
Yeah, nobody fucked with him.
Nah, son,
They didn't like it when they did that right there.
No, but I'm saying like public information. You want to ask like, yo,
Yeah,
there was
yep.
allegations. What happened there? You know, give a nigga a chance to clear their name. You know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation with him on the phone,
He said, nah, yeah.
He broke it down as like, yo, you know, people trying to get tarnish my name or whatever, or to get some attention. And it just sounded like the Sydney Star shit to me. And that's what happens. Some people get around famous people and I don't know, something get in their head and be like, yo, if I lie, I'm gonna get famous too. It's like,
that's corny.
Yeah, it's fucked
Attention
up.
is the new currency.
Attention is the new currency.
That's crazy.
And that shit is
That's why when niggas say, yo, phone calls and all that, they got this new shit called AI where they can make shit sound just like you. You know what I mean? And it's not really you. You know what I'm saying? They got, that's the crazy shit. Who brought that to us? Simba?
Hey, yo,
Who knows?
Hey, yo, yeah, I ain't gonna cap though. If I could get a verse from Big on AI and I could spit with him, that's hard, nigga. I'm doing it.
It's not the same though.
I'm just saying, man.
I know what you're saying.
Remember a little kid? I'm pretending right now. I'm a little kid again.
Using your imagination.
But Big.
It's different when niggas is going to jail for that shit. Niggas getting incriminated and using niggas' voices on some crazy shit.
Word.
You know what I mean? That's the crazy shit about that.
And quite frankly, if you get a fake Biggie verse, that shit is like having a fake Rolex. It's like fake jewelry. It sounds cool, it looks cool, but it looks funny.
I did real songs with Big, no made up shit.
50 did it.
Word.
That's the A.
You said 50 did it.
The biggest troll known to man did it. Thank you.
Yo, Zab, I did real songs with Big, no made up shit.
And definitely 20, 30 years from now, plenty of people gonna do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, and it's gonna be corny then too.
right.
Like there's things that are happening all the time.
But it's just like
that
for
shit's
me,
corny.
For me, I'm a new rapper. I'm just starting, and a verse with Big. It was just to hear Big verse.
Wow, yeah.
Everybody
that's-
gonna
that's-
do that.
I what if I keep it in the archive and just use it just for the
How
flow?
about you go get a verse from somebody who's alive, who's
know,
spitting
but
and
that's
do
not-
Nah, but that's
that. Go get a verse from Wayne. Go get a verse from J. Cole.
Go get a verse from Puff. A big verse from Puff.
Yeah, like get a verse with Jada.
I'm sure he got one in the stash somewhere.
Get one of those, though.
No, but I'm just saying, that would be dope.
Here's the problem. Zach, here's the problem. Here's the problem. It starts a slippery slope. Because if one person can do it and anybody can do it, then it's worthless. You do it, then little Bobo from up the block do it. Now Biggie verses is all over the place and shits is worthless. And we decrease the value of what it is.
Right.
But
Because
Mecca,
somebody, and there's there's no exclusive access to it. You didn't go to the family, you didn't talk to his daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What if I do it and Flex drop a bomb on it?
Yo, he's trying to get the clue. You know he's not gonna do it. You know he's not gonna do
We
it.
go viral with this. That's it.
Flex is gonna come on here. New York, I want to talk to y'all about something.
It is up.
I gotta say that there's something despicable going on in hip-hop. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be the start of that.
This guy Zab Judah.
Athletes out of control.
Let me talk to you about what he's doing, New York.
Now, Brooklyn, I know you love him. I know you love him, Brooklyn, but this has to stop.
Biggie's been gone forever. What is he doing? I'm paying homage, nigga. What Jay said. I spit a big verse. What is that?
I'm bigging up my brother.
There you go. I'm only bigging up my brother, nigga. That's it.
New York, he said he was paying homage. It's fake diamonds in the club. Tupac live. You'll never hear the end of it.
I know.
And I'll be leading the charge. I'll be the first one.
But that might be a good a blueprint. Because then right after that, drop some good music that's really, really good, and niggas gonna.
But
No, it's terrible.
because everybody's gonna do it.
Yo,
after.
Zab, Timberland did that.
Did what?
He did a verse with Biggie. And he was promoting it heavy.
All you need
And
is
it
a
went
computer.
nowhere.
You're gonna have every whack nigga in the world with a
It went
Biggie
nowhere.
verse. That shit is
It went nowhere.
trash. Like
Mecca,
terrible
but
niggas.
Mecca, it's gonna happen.
And
That's
it'll be
the fucked up
terrible.
part.
already happened.
And
It's
it'll
gonna
be
happen.
terrible.
It's not.
Bro, it's gonna happen.
All it's gonna take.
I'm gonna cook you.
I'm gonna say it one
I'm
time.
gonna cook whoever you are.
All it's gonna take.
I'm gonna cook you.
It's
I'm
for
gonna cook you for that.
one estate, one estate or one person with some real bread to sue Whoever did
That's
that
true,
verse
that's
and
true.
monetized it, sue them into the fucking Stone Age.
Right, but what if they're not using it to monetize? They're using it just for
Then
promotional
it's
reasons.
still
But-
point, and
but
I can
that-
still sue you.
Yeah.
I didn't give you
I
permission.
can still shut it down.
That's like,
I don't
okay,
know.
Chip, if you made a
I can
beat,
still shut it down.
if you made a
And I
beat,
can shut down
If you
any
made-
place that plays it.
if you made a beat and just used an acapella from a Prodigy acapella, his estate will chop your head off. Like, what are
Word.
you doing, bro? I don't care.
Remember we was talking about the
promo,
Kobe
what?
shirts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Homie,
Yes.
homie that sent me the Kobe shirt, the state got in contact with him and was like, yo, you can't make them shirts.
It's
no more.
bootleg. It's bootleg music. So if you buying them fucked up T-shirts outside the concert, you be the same kind of nigga who want to get one of them AI verses. That's you. You the same dude. You didn't get the official merch. You ain't got
man.
some fucking bootleg shit
Let them
outside.
T-shirt niggas live, man. It's just a T-shirt.
Me talking shit ain't gonna stop them from selling it or
Yeah,
niggas from
I'm
buying
just
it.
saying, let 'em
However,
live.
if you walk out of the concert and you waited till you got outside.
Them
to buy
niggas
one
had
of
that
them.
shit on already, like, yo, $10. Word, lots.
You got
Lots
the
shirt.
you got the Whitney Houston
This
shirt
shit,
on.
word.
Facts.
Bruh.
Them niggas be doing that shit.
That shit is fake jewelry, man. Don't do that.
Niggas be selling fake
Nah, I was just
tickets.
sticking to the concert, just saying funny.
Just spit with somebody. Jab. Man,
you got
Hoffa
too
right
many
here.
contacts.
Wait, hold on,
man.
hold on.
Get a song with this dude. He right here.
That's in the
Alive,
making.
breathing,
That's in the makings.
legendary, right here. Also known for his hands. Right here.
What nigga saying the
No AI. Hold on.
Chill.
God, he's actually right here.
He said that. He said that in the verse last night, knocking niggas out like man Holla.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
Graf.
was like, yeah.
Shout out to my man Graf.
Yeah, he was
I
like-
finally got to run on stage when he said that. He opens
Yeah.
his show.
I was
with
like,
that
what the
shit.
fuck this nigga Mav going? He was like, yo, come on.
He was waiting
I was
for
like,
it
what the
too.
fuck
Facts.
is he
I knew
doing?
it was
this.
coming. Once I heard the beat come on, I was like, oh, let's go to the stage.
Yeah, that's
I know what he
hard.
about to do.
He did it at the Sean Price.
Did you throw the
Sean
combo?
Price concert.
Did
Yeah, I'm
you-
glad I wasn't there with
Yeah.
him.
we
Hold
was
up.
there for
Did
that.
you throw the combo like? You had to,
I can't show him that no more. I can't show him. We podcasting. But speaking of rocking with the greats, before we took the break, we were just about to talk about one of the biggest fights in boxing history. Also one of the most controversial situations in boxing history. You know, it's not often that we get to see a matchup that's like,
You're holding your breath for it.
it's happening. Like, it's really gonna happen now.
Yep.
We were all anticipating it, and we saw you go through your ups and downs. And a lot of people felt like, I don't think he's going. I don't know if he's gonna rip. I don't know. But pound for pound, they were like, these two right here, that's the match. And when it was announced, I'm surprised we're still here because most people thought the world would explode as soon as you heard
Chills exploded.
Zab Judah versus Floyd Mayweather.
Crazy, yeah.
Crazy. How did it happen? And tell me your mindset going into that fight.
It happened because, we was the two best. We was the the top of upper echelons of boxing at this time. And it's kind of funny because Mike Tyson, he predicted this like maybe years before this. Me and Floyd was like brothers growing up. We was at Mike's house one day. And we were sitting on his couch, and Mike was like, Mike is a very intelligent person. He looked over at us, he said, you two gonna fight? And we like, nah, it's my brother. You crazy? I ain't fighting. We never gonna fight. He said, you know why y'all gonna fight? Because y'all gonna be the two best fighters in the whole world, and the world's gonna demand it. You're gonna have to give the world what they want. They're gonna give you whatever you want, so you're gonna have to give them whatever they want. And we was looking at each other like, nah. Fast forward years later, we fought. So when it happened, at the time, looking back now, I felt like I was set up. I feel like it was set up not through Floyd, through the networks.
Right.
The networks set up meaning they wanted to see this fight and they willing to do anything that they had to do to make sure this go off. I got set up by a reporter. A reporter called me. I'm champion of the world now. I'm young, Zab, Brooklyn, holding it down, got the belt, everything. I'm at 140 pounds. At this time, Mayweather, I was at, before that, 47. I was 47. I think he was he was at 47 too. And somebody came and said, yeah. What about you and Floyd fighting? I'm like, nah, that's my brother. We don't, yeah. And it was like, well, we did an interview with Floyd, and Floyd said that he's the best ever in the world, and there's nobody pound for pound that can touch him, and he coming to 140 and he taking the title. So me, not thinking rightly, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, I'm 110 these days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what? He said, what? Can't nobody beat me? Nobody in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I said a little bit more, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said a little bit more. And then my statement got back to him. Right. And he said his part back that I heard on the site, and it came out, and I was like, what? You can't. And it was like, well, can you? He was like, yeah, I can. I knock him out. And I'm like, what? Knock who out? Like, and I just went to 10 from there.
And you got each other's number.
We got each other's numbers. At this time, we started feuding. We started like doing silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? We young at this time. We young, we rich. We we up. We good. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, in these days, $1 million is a lot of money. Remember that? I want to be a millionaire. Remember that? It was no talk about billions. Like, that was like far from, what? Billion? What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So it was millionaire stuff right now. So we young, top of the line, and we was doing it, moving it. And we just ran into a lot of problems. I feel like for me, the media came at me, told me some stuff he said. I said my stuff, he said his stuff, and next thing I know, the fight was on.
So you don't feel like it was ego? You don't feel like it was an ego thing?
Nah,
during that time?
Nah, what's ego? I'm from Brooklyn.
Like he poked his chest out, you poked your chest out. Like
I just told you I'm from Brooklyn. You poked your chest out to us.
It's very black and white. I think you said something, we gonna fight.
We taking the challenge. We taking the challenge. All call outs is mandatory.
Right. But that didn't tarnish our friendship or nothing during that time.
100%. After that, from the time me and Floyd fought, we probably never we didn't see eye to eye until he fought Manny Pacquiao. And then once he fought Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying, he brought me in to help him out, you know what I'm saying, with the speed and everything like that. And we chopped it up and we just kept moving and just been cordial. I see Floyd from time to time. Matter of fact, last time I seen him at the Pro Bowl with him and his sons, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love. I mean, like I said, his mama know my mama, I know his mama, he know my mama, he know my kids, I know his kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, ain't like Biggie said, ain't no beef. My mama sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's all good. So,
weren't you trained by for that fight? Didn't his uncle train you or his father?
No.
That never happened.
Never happened.
That's good to know.
Never happened.
Never happened. All right. So, negotiations. You guys decide to fight.
Right.
How's the negotiations going? Is it like, yo?
So negotiation. If you remember, in the fight, I was the champion. Floyd didn't have no belt.
Right.
Floyd was I was the A side. You know what I'm saying? So, negotiation, we both got paid evenly. And we went ahead and made it happen. He was with Bob Arum in Vegas. I was with Don King coming out of, New York, and Don was in Florida. So we was coming to Las Vegas to fight. Floyd lives in Vegas. I was living in Vegas. Yeah, that's his home. And we fighting against Bob Arum in Top Rank.
Right.
So that was a knockdown right there coming into the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you fighting the home team.
Right. I don't know why I thought that either Roger or what's his name trained you. Y'all look so similar with the stances.
Nah, my father.
But even y'all standing next, when you go into the Philly show.
You gotta remember, we've been brothers from 10 years old? I've been knowing Floyd. He was the best come out of Michigan. I was the best come out of New York. So we would always meet in the Nationals. The national tournament, all the best from East City come to the thing. And we, he was from Michigan, I was from Brooklyn. We had the little swag and everything, and we always hung out. Me, him, and Zaire Rahim. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Out of Philadelphia. Wow. You know what I mean? So we had a little clique that we hung up with. Young guys coming up. From time to time, I post different pictures of us, young coming up. People like, oh wow, that's when they was young right there,
Did you guys have sparring matches before the fight?
No, we never did no sparring. We never did none of that. Nope.
Okay. So the Pacquiao situation was the first time.
Yeah, first time we split up.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, with my brother, playing around with your brother, you know what I'm saying, doing shit like that, training, running, All that. We did all the
We
conditioning.
know how you play, Mr. Socks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, we got it on, but unfortunately, we never did no spot. I mean, he was always smaller than me, excuse me. That's the reason why we didn't before. When I was amateur, I was before at 139 pounds. Floyd was at 119 pounds. So we was at different weight classes. That's what made us compatible, friends and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm an alpha male. It's very challenging or tough to be friends with somebody in my same weight class. Knowing that competitively, one day, if you become that nigga, we gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if we fight, and I got all this love, and it's gonna be kumbaya shit. It's not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I always know. Mike told me that. You know, anybody 3 weight classes under you, 3 weight classes above you, just keep it cordial.
Let me ask you something, right?
You can get it on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
all my friends are heavyweights.
Let me ask you something, right? You said that like the odds were stacked against you when you fought in St. Louis, right? Right. Mm-hmm. You still came out on top over there. Mm-hmm. The odds were stacked against you in Vegas, going against Mayweather. Mm-hmm. What was the difference in mindset going into that, knowing you had that experience in St. Louis?
Growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I seen the bottom already, bro.
Right.
None of that mean nothing to me.
Yo. Right.
There's nothing they could tell me or tell me, yo, you the B side. If a nigga would say, yo, Floyd the A side and you the Z side, all right, cool. We still gotta get in that ring. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, my father taught me this is the only thing that counts in boxing. Mm-hmm. It's you, him, and the ref, and he don't do nothing.
Right.
But pick niggas up. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I learned. I never worry about what nobody say outside. Like niggas knew I was always with the action. Like, you want to do it now or later? I mean, how you want to do this shit? How we gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? We gonna wait or we gonna get it cracking now? What's up? Right. You know what I mean? So
there's that controversy about Floyd Mayweather having never been knocked down.
Right.
And you being the person who did it. Because his glove touched the mat.
Right.
You count that as we.
Do you count that?
Do I count it?
Yeah.
It was nothing wrong with his glasses. He didn't. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that was crazy. You know what you seen. Your eyes didn't deceive you. Your eyes didn't deceive you. Nobody eyes deceived them. What we seen was what we seen. How they called it is a different thing.
Yeah, a knockdown doesn't need to be super dramatic. Like
they ain't gotta be knocked down. There's rules. Your glove touch the ground during a fight. That's what? A knockdown.
Right.
And he rocked Floyd's glove. And
that could have made a difference in the fight. Because they say he won 6. I won the first 6. He won the last 6. Then Roger got in the ring. So to clear that up, 2 people got in the ring before my dad got in the ring. Go back and watch the tape. Roger and then Leonard got in the ring. They was coming towards me, and the referee was trying to stop Roger from attacking me.
Right.
That's what, y'all? Automatic disqualification. You cannot come. It's not fucking wrestling. You can't come in here and help him. Right. What are you doing? You know, you can't do that. That should have been an automatic disqualification. So, I mean, we could turn and twist this a lot of ways. Me, I like to, you know what I'm saying, pay homage to Floyd. He's great. He's great at what he did. He's a great defensive and offensive fighter. But more than that was, I commend him on the structure of his alliance of business. How he was able to align himself, no matter what happened with these people, to put himself there for the protection. That's brilliant.
Right.
That's brilliant.
And
he can fight.
Defense inside the ring and out.
He's very, I mean, listen, one thing I can say about Floyd is, you know, honestly, he has radar in his head. He got radar, like when your gloves is coming that month, he's moving. Like he has radar, you know what I'm saying?
Was it that hard to touch him?
Yeah, it's very challenging. And I was swinging, baby. I was swinging. I was trying to cancel Christmas. I ain't even gonna lie. Like early. Right. I was swinging, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably why the first 6 I was like that, but the next 6 I got fatigued. Because I was trying so hard to get him in the first, you know what I'm saying? Right. Early. You know what I'm saying? I knew Floyd was gonna try to outpoint me. I knew that. So my job was to take it to him and just like apply the pressure early. You know what I'm saying? And you know.
All right. What is it, what led up to the low blow?
Nah, that wasn't a low blow. So it was the 11th round. walk with me. Let me paint the picture for you.
Right.
We had the big fight. We fighting. It's the 10th round. Fatigueness is setting in. Y'all said I was getting tired from the 6th round. I'm fatigued now. All I did was he threw a punch, I dropped it, and I swung. I went to throw a body shot. It hit him another, and look, I came back.
Yeah.
I came back with another shot. So I didn't even know it was gonna be a shot. I thought it was gonna be like a bing bing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and that's exactly what I did. But being fatigued and tired, you tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Things happen. That wasn't intentional. When they came at me, I'm like, all right. When I seen Pops come in, Pops threw the shot, dropped him. Let's get it cracking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't intentional at all.
No, it wasn't intentional. I promise you. I promise you. Word to my kids. Floyd, no, that wasn't. I didn't need to do that. I didn't do that. I really believe and knew I could have knocked Floyd Mayweather out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it had to be in the ring at that time of that fight. 100%. I felt like that.
Right.
And you watch my aggression, my forwardness, my whole demeanor, my whole position that I was coming at him crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking for a knockout. So no, I didn't intentionally. I've never had to do that in my career.
Right.
I got 30 knockouts clean. I knocked 30 professional, trained, solid champion niggas out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was never trained to do anything dirty or do nothing like that. You know what I mean?
It looked like at a point in that fight you went to the 52s, bro.
52, I had to. What you mean? It was,
You went
facts.
to the 52, bro. I was like, yo, he went straight back
he
to
didn't
Brooklyn.
understand it. See, you understand when you in different situations and you moving and like, you know, I know when the scorecard, I feel like I'm down. I'm trying shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you in the ring, man. I'm like, yo, that nigga said, whatever. But nigga said, this shit would have worked, I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. You know, I'm like, remember, I'm here to win. I'm here to wherever. I'm in the phone like, I ain't working. Fuck it, Brownsville. Fuck it, let's go. 52 in this nigga. Let's get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everything. You know what I mean? And that was my positioning and my demeanor in that fight. You know what I mean? So people say, oh, you didn't train this. Man, that's bullshit. I trained hard for that fight. I came to win that fight.
Right.
You know, if I never trained hard for that fight, Floyd would have stopped me. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know what I'm saying? But I was down to go some rounds with him. You know that?
Right.
Word.
Why does it seem like a lot of people who fight Floyd towards the latter rounds, it just seems like they start to get tired and he doesn't?
Because he picks them apart. He's in great condition. That's the number one thing you can watch Floyd. I mean, I even trained with him during the Pacquiao fight, and I made a comment. I said he trains like he broke. At the time, that was the fight when he was making $100 million. Remember? And this was the first time. I said, but the training that he was doing was like the nigga was broke. Like he was like, you know, Floyd is up. Floyd's always been up. You know, he always had big houses, car, he had everything.
Right.
But when you watch his dedication and his drive and this, even as an athlete, me, you know, when I work with him, I'm like, nah, dude's different. Dude's on some, you know what I'm saying? That's some.
Like what's the difference? When
Just so regular people come in the gym, they do their training, they get that stuff, pack their bags up, go home. Cuz do his training, take a shower, put the running clothes on. We running home. Then when we getting home, I'm gonna sit home and eat. I'm gonna watch TV. Yo, call everybody up. Call the sponsor. 4 o'clock in the morning. Niggas calling yo. Floyd said we gotta report to the gym.
4 in the morning.
Come on, bro. On this is different day. This is not an everyday repetition, but this is different day. So he does things out of the normal that other people did, and I witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
You know, we running 10 miles, 11 miles. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Motherfuckers going. You know what I'm saying? We'll go out, chill, look, leave the spot. Yo, let's go running. What? I'm tired. And go running. Seen them do that or go to the gym and hit the pads. I seen it. You know what I mean? So
that leads into a critical question I wanted to ask you. So during that time, you know, with the OGs, it was said that I heard in the air from in the boxing gyms that you've always been considered like the greatest and, you know, could have did anything. And during that time, the chatter that I heard in the gym, in the boxing gym, is that hip-hop affected you, and that if you wasn't a little bit caught up in hip-hop the way you was, that fight would have been much different. I don't know. That's not my opinion. I'm asking you, because that's what I heard,
It leads back to
trainers and people, because at that time I was boxing too, and this is what they were saying.
It leads back to that's why I'm a rapper. Hip hop over. Coming back to get what's mine. You heard? I'm a rapper now. Here to get mine back.
So did it distract you? Is that
Nah,
real?
I would never say that. I would never say distraction because distractions are personal. You know what I'm saying? It was up to me to know to go home rather than go to the gym, do my training, and then go hang out at Justin's. You know what I'm saying? Justin's was my office. I know you remember Justin's back in the day.
Yeah, puff shit.
21st, I go to the gym, do my training. That's where I ate my dinner at. You know what I'm saying? Then after dinner, I don't know if you remember, right across the street was the Cheetah Club.
Right. Yeah.
It was so that was the movie. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, the Cheetah Club was never on the list to do, but it just somehow it just became
right there. Right across the street.
Yeah, ended up on the you know what I'm saying? Ended up on the night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The plan was to go to gym, go train, cross the bridge because I lived in Jersey. Cross the bridge, go to Manhattan, go to Justin's, get some food, good views and all that, and go home.
Right.
I was young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
I was having fun though.
Is it true you was the first athlete signed to Rockefeller Records?
No, I was never signed to Rockefeller Records. I was the first sports athlete that wore
To endorse him.
to be endorsed by Rockefeller for unboxing. Yeah.
Yo. All right. So the brawl in the ring goes down. You mentioned the glove touching the ground, the uncles jumping in the ring. Why wasn't that an argument for disqualification?
We fought Floyd Mayweather and Bob Arum in Las Vegas.
The environment.
In other words, that was never going to happen.
Period. Period. Leave it right there.
Shit.
Period.
It's over, bro.
Set up.
Yeah, that's power right there. Word.
Right.
And look, Bob Arum from Brooklyn. Look at that. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, man.
Can't get around it.
You can't get around it.
You feel like that's a consistent thing in the boxing world?
What?
Where it's set up that way?
I can never say it was set up because I don't believe in.
No, not in your particular situation, but from what you're seeing in the boxing world, because you still watch boxing.
Well, the reason why I always believe that it can never be set up because you still have two individuals that have to fight.
Right.
If one person is more focused than the other one, there could be a change of hands of the title. If the champion is not on his A game, shit is over. If the opponent is not on his A game, he stayed where he's at, stagnated. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you get, you gotta watch it. When you're in a champion's position, your opponent that's a very thin line right there. You gotta know who you fighting and you know what I'm saying, study that because it could be his day. It could be his day, brother. It could be his day. We see people go through things and emotionally they're like, I'm not losing. And then I don't care what, I'm not losing. And when you come with that type of energy and you put your mind and lock it to that, that happens.
How much how do I put this together? How much does isolation matter in those moments?
A lot. In boxing, the more isolated you are, the more you create this energy, that this force, this ray of energy that it just builds up. When you have a lot of people around, they suck from it. It's crazy. It's crazy to say that. Like even last night, at the performance, you know what I'm saying? The crowd, like the energy, like Johnny Cole's morning, I was tired. I was like, that shit, like I don't even drink nothing. But I was exhausted because of just the energy of the whole shit. Then me, first show, brain, you know what I'm saying? All out of, you know what I'm saying, anxiety, that played a toll on me. So yeah, 100%.
Right. But as you get older in your profession, real life happens. You have children. You have responsibilities to the women that you're involved in. You have family members around or things going on in the family. How difficult is it when you're training for a huge fight for the people around you to understand we can't bring this to him right now?
So that's very important. That's why when you have a big fight to a magnitude like a Mayweather Judah, Right. You got to get away from everything. You got to take yourself into a different channel. A lot of time, a lot of people like to go to high elevation, high altitude. Why? High altitude helps with your conditioning and your training.
Going above sea level.
Going above sea level. Plus, it's always somewhere way out where nobody wants to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
So Colorado.
Right. Yeah. And it's good for you to be out there and just dedicate, focus, cut the phones off, cut all that out. But one thing you can guarantee yourself, when you come out of the mountains, you will be prepared and ready for the challenge that's put in front of you. You know what I'm saying? For me, my wife, my children, everybody's on hold when it's time for me to go in the ring and do what I got to do.
Is that tough?
It's very tough. It's very tough because you miss birthdays, New Year's, Christmas. Depending on the time of year, you fighting. If you gotta fight in January, you can forget about Christmas. You can forget about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Because you're controlling your weight, so you gotta watch what you eat. Christmas coming around, you ain't doing no Christmas party and all that. New Year, forget about it. Because January 27th, you gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, no New Year's nookie, none of that. Everything is on hold, bro. All that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's celebrating, having a good time, but you gotta find this discipline about yourself to lock in. To maybe you want to be in that environment. You gotta have the focus to be able to. I'm here, but I'm not here. And a lot of times that's very challenging for any human being. Right. Very challenging. So you exclude yourself and go somewhere far just to lock in on that.
Which one do you want more? The immediate gratification or the long-term success?
That's right.
So there's the discipline that comes with going after the long-term success.
100%. Everybody you watched in that position that made it to that successful stage, they had to dedicate themselves. They put some type of form of discipline and restraint on themselves to make it to the next level.
Piggybacking off of Math's question, are you arguing with the people? Getting used to that has to be a process. Yeah. Like family, loved ones, they want to see you do good. They want to help you. A lot of people want to be a part of, hey, listen, I'll bring that to you. Why don't you let me cook? I can do this and blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking wife and kids. They want to help daddy. They want to help.
Wifey want to cuddle with you.
But that's not it. So what I do is I tell my wife, baby, go over there and click that light. Click the light. It came on. What? Yeah. If I don't go to camp and get focused, that shit ain't gonna work no more. That's how you gotta look at it. That's how you gotta look at it.
Do they understand?
You have to make them understand.
I'm gonna use that.
You have to make them understand.
Before this episode drops, I'm gonna be everywhere using that before this episode drops.
Go click that light. It came on, right?
I'm gonna carefully pick
I don't go to work. It ain't gonna happen too much more. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. You got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying? You gotta sacrifice. What you want me to sit here with you, lose the fight, or go away and win the fight? How you want me to do this?
You want a broke man or a busy one?
Hey, listen, man. You know.
Do busting a nut really fuck with your stamina and fighting?
Yeah. It plays a big part. That's why when you bust a nut, as a man, when you get up, you got the noodle legs, you know what I'm saying? Nigga like, well, most of the time, niggas want to go to sleep. It's over. Fight's over, my nigga.
Fight's over. It's done. We done here.
After the, you know what I'm saying? After the one bam, thank you. Fight's over. I'm night. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or at least get a nap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wake me up in 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right. That's straight up. So that's why, you know what I mean? Because your body, you're depleting your body of this. Of the I forgot the terminology of it, but the strength that's in your body, you releasing them.
Yeah,
and
sexual energy force is one of the strongest forces we have as humans.
Yeah.
So once you release it, it all goes away. But someone who's an athlete and goes without it for so long, and trains.
Animalism.
I know when you come, that's what I'm about to say. Niggas come back.
It creates animalism. I'm telling you, it creates animalism. I'm telling you, what? Oh my God. Your energy is never, you ain't gotta worry about that. Multiple joints. Listen, man. Put the ring on it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, how many kids you got now? How many kids you got?
I got 7 kids. I got 7 beautiful kids. 4 daughters, 3 boys.
All that retention.
All
that energy.
Yeah.
All that energy.
How many of those happened after a fight?
Oh, probably every one of them.
He was fertile after the fight.
You gotta think, that's your best shot. That's your best shot. You know what I'm saying? that shot. You know what I'm saying?
You throwing the whole infantry at it.
And then you look at it like this. And then look, also,
Chinese armies.
yeah, you also look at it like, I worked hard for this. Let me enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it still the same after losing the fight?
You don't desire. Because the emotion you go through. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for everybody, but for me, I've never lost a fight. I was happy. Hey, let's go, let's fight. No. You sit down, yeah, you're disappointed. Disappointment setting in. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your lady go to touch you. Hey, baby, shit don't even work right now, baby. Fuck out of here. I can't even think right now.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
get ahead with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, after a fight, your mind, like that's probably the last thing on your mind. You know, maybe like when you need to sleep and 3, 4, you know what I'm saying? You might roll over with that, but that's not.
Yeah, not after.
Disappointment is in your heart. No lie.
Right.
No lie.
How long does it last?
Depending on the person. You have people that take things to heart more. You have people that can't deal with depression. You have people that go through depression and create more depression. And you got some motherfucker that's like, yo, that wasn't me.
Right.
That wasn't me. I'm gonna go back in there and sharpen this knife up again. I'm gonna go back and take another stab at this shit.
Right.
And that was me.
What were the situations where it lasted the longest for you?
What?
That depression.
Depression? Oh, probably the suspensions. The suspension, because now, bringing it back, guys, y'all remember, I got a job. They just snatched my job from underneath my feet and told me to watch your job. Watch it. You can watch your job, but you can't participate in your job. And this is all I've ever done my whole life. You gotta think, from 6 years old, I never played no other sports, none of that. I'm discovering football with my sons. My twin boys play, you know what I'm saying, Pop won football in California, and I'm out there with them learning running backs, tight ends, this and that, holes. I didn't know none of this stuff growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my boys, we discovering this together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different. This is where I was at. So them long periods of time of not being able to be, you know what I'm saying, being isolated, it caused a lot of the trouble and the things that you see happen with Zabjudah.
Because you didn't have that
facts.
focus.
I know I didn't have nothing to look forward to, man. Yeah. Man, I'm waking up every day to go outside to, like, you know how you wake up, I gotta do my show. I gotta do this, I gotta prepare. I didn't have that to look forward to. I knew for 1 year, the job you chose, you can't do it. I knew that. So every day now, you gotta find something else to do. I'm young, so I'm not looking for no hustles. I got millions. What? Let me get the crew. Yo, what y'all doing? Yo, let's move around the city. And you know what happens right there. You already know. you know what happens. Shit.
But this isn't even your job. This is like your purpose. You've been fighting since 100%. A kid. A job is one thing. People will lose a job and go get another one. Your purpose is something you really can't replace. Now that you're not fighting, what's the new purpose?
I'm a rapper.
He's a rapper.
Said it 13 times. Here we are.
That's his shit.
Hey, I got a single out on iTunes. It's on all platforms right now. Fight Night Fresh. For real, me right now.
Fight Night
all
Fresh.
That
Fresh.
Download that
big
now.
Big shout out to my brother Johnny Voga. Johnny Voga, it's Johnny's. Go back. It's Johnny Voga's song. I got a feature on it, and we going crazy with it. Johnny was inspiration to all of this music shit. Johnny and Gran. Johnny and Gran was the two.
Where Gran at? There you go.
Gran told me.
He the reason.
Hey, listen,
this guy right here.
Hey,
the sneaky fool in the corner. It's him, son. My nigga Big Gran.
Big Gran. So listen, right now, what? So today, it's probably like 4 weeks I've been rapping now. I called my cousin like on the 3rd week. I'm like, yo, cousin, I'm saying, I'm showing him, I'm rapping to the over the phone with him. So I'm doing like long verses. He like, yo, cuz, you know how to count bars?
Sound like somebody I know.
Nigga said,
Hoffa.
cuz. Why nigga say, yo, cuz, you know how to count bars? I said, count bars? Nigga, I ain't even have to go to school. I had a good job. Nigga, I said, what? He taught me how to count bars right there over the phone. I was in Cali. He told me, he said, it's how you count bars. From that day on, Johnny will tell you he enhanced my just movement. Johnny, I came in the studio with Johnny. I was doing like like go around the corner, get the hat, come out, get a cat. 4 or 5, not that. You know what I'm saying? Johnny was like, hold up. Okay, I see where you're going with this. Sit down. Johnny taught me how to put 3 and 4 word syllables together.
Right.
How to get that. So I put all that shit that Grand did and Johnny did, I threw that shit in a pot. Well, I got the stirring and cooking and shit. I said, I hit Johnny back the next day. I said, yo, how this sound? He's like, nigga, you wrote that? How you know how to do that? Hey, Grand. Grand said, damn, you fucking, my brother F.A. called him on the phone. He like, he heard the first verse. I hit him back a week later, another verse, he heard it. By the third, he said, yo, I never seen a motherfucker get better every time he called me. I never seen somebody, every time you call me, the songs is better. Right. He said, you know what I'm saying? Fight Night Fresh is out right now. But for real, man, I got some shit in the stash right now. I cooked some shit up fast. Cause, as you know, I didn't really understand the format of how music goes. So I'm like, just put a bunch of shit in the pot and this is a stew. I thought it was a stew, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know you work every record. I didn't know about that. You get a record, you put it out, you work it, you get a spin, then you drop the net. I'm ready to just drop the whole shit right now. Like, you've been working for 4 weeks. I got an album, it's done. I know my name, I know everything. I'm ready.
Let's go. What's the name of the album?
Who better than me? Who better than me?
Yo.
Who better than the album? Who better than me?
Zab Judah, y'all. Yo, any last words?
Has your career been everything you wanted it to be? You walking away satisfied, ready to do the next thing?
You know what? Let me tell you, and excuse me, that's a good question you asked me. I was never really one of the guys to watch your accolades and watch what you've done in the work. I was just like I feel like a boxing creator. I was just doing it, winning it, golden glove, just keep winning. Now that I'm retired now, I had a chance to go back and look at some of the work that I did. And you know what I'm saying? And like see like, why do people fuck with that? Why do people like Zab fight? And I was like, damn, I really did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I really was doing some shit. And I'm like, so now, I look back and I'm like, wow. And then you say, was it everything that I wanted to be? Yes. Because you know why? It could have stopped at Casa Zoo. If I didn't have that dedication and focus and hunger, and in 2001, that would have been the biggest fight, and then that would have been a fade. It would have been somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But I said, oh, hell no. I lost no. I'm getting back up. And I came back 6 times and did it.
That's right.
6 times, all black, everything.
That's right.
Hold on. Okay, now we about to go another 20 minutes. Not having to fight. Letting it go. I felt like for a short period of time you were rediscovering life. I saw you on the Brooklyn Bridge riding city bikes.
Mm-hmm. Enjoying life.
Just having fun.
Enjoying life.
And it made me smile. Cause I recognized who you was with. I was like, yo, what up? And I was like, yo, that's Zab.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And you had this big smile on your face. You was just crazy with the bike.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's dope.
Everybody see me through Brooklyn. I be everywhere. I take the train. I get bikes. We got a lot of cars. You know what I'm saying? But like that's just me. When I'm in New York, I just have a good time. I just have a good time. And now that I'm retired and stuff, you know, my wife, shout out to my wife, Didi. You know what I'm saying? That's my heart. You know what I'm saying? We doing other business and ventures. We have a bunch of products. You know what I'm saying? We have a sex line. You know what I'm saying? UndisputedToys.com. I got my own line of condoms.
Undisputed.
I got my own line of
Knock it out.
I got my own line of condoms. It's called Undisputed by Zab Judah. The slogan is "Fuck like a champ." You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the other one,
I don't know about that one, bro. You got 7 kids.
I need a whole box. And then the other slogan is "Protect yourself at all times." Keep it all. I keep it all boxing.
I love the marketing.
Keep it all boxing. And you know what I'm saying? Now we got a reality show coming out called Love TKO. You know what I'm saying? Myself, Bill Haney Jr. We got David Benavidez, Regis Prograde. You know what I'm saying? David Spark Flats. I said David Benavidez. Mike Russell. We We got a big cast, man. We got a big cast, and we get ready to go on and do it good.
What network is it gonna be on?
Right now, we cooking.
Shopping in the
Yeah,
room.
we cooking. But y'all gotta watch it. Love TKO.
Shout out to you. And shout out to Israel Adesanya. Y'all are my two favorite fighters who I've seen lose the belt and come back and get it again. And like conquer to go get it again. Shout out to Izzy, because that was amazing.
Shout out to Israel.
Yo, Jab, who's the boxers you checking for like right now? Like who's elite?
Yeah.
You checking for right
man.
now?
I mean, Crawford. Let's
Crawford.
Shout out to
Crawford.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yo, Bud, pull up, bro.
Pull up.
Yeah,
Come on, pull up.
Izzy, you too.
Bud.
Stop playing.
Tank.
Before
Bud,
Take a course.
Bud put on a tremendous masterclass, a spectacular performance that nobody's seen that coming.
At 35.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's seen that coming. Bud Crawford, Devin Haney, of course. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis.
Yes.
Let me see, who else? I like Canelo. Canelo is one of the fighters that grew on me. At first, when he first came out, I was like, nah, he gonna get fast tonight. And he kept showing up. I think everybody could say we watched Canelo transform and progress right before our eyes.
Yeah.
We watched him come in first, he was stiff, then he started moving his head, then he's doing this, then he's throwing combos, then he's like, now, the Canelo that first started to the Canelo that's now is a totally different person.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, Canelo's one of my favorites, and
Him versus Bud.
who?
Canelo versus Bud. Who you got?
I got Bud.
You got Bud?
I said the fact, right?
Tank versus Bud. Who you got?
See, I don't So to be honest, I don't like the Tank. I mean the Crawford and Canelo. That's doable. That look like it could happen.
Right.
The Tank, the Gervonta Davis and Bud fight right now, it don't seem realistic to me. You know what I'm saying? From me knowing them, both of them, my brothers. Tank is a much smaller guy. I mean, not that much smaller, but he's a smaller guy. Bud is a big guy. Bud look like he's going to go up. And Gervonta, if he come up, that'd be 47. So I don't see those guys fighting. I don't see that. I mean, Gervonta is a fucking animal. He's an animal right now. You know what I'm saying? He's taking everything his endeavors by storm. He's running through it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to commend him on that. Baltimore kid, out of the poverty, made it happen. That's dope. Right. Big shout out to him.
Key question: will you fight again? We all saw what Mike Tyson did. That was like one of the most amazing things at his age.
Yeah.
And I thought about you when I saw that.
The Legends Only fight.
So because of my injury that I had, I promised my mother I would never step back in the ring again. And anybody know me know that's my heart right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my number one girl. You know what I'm saying? So, I just I'm a rapper now. I don't need the
Let's get it.
Yo, I just gotta say this real quick. So I just want to say, congratulations on all your success.
Yes.
And I just want to talk about very briefly the paradigm, right, of me being someone who's formerly incarcerated and seeing the level of freedom and expression you have at this point. You riding a bike across the Brooklyn Bridge, you enjoying the fruits of your labor and things that you didn't get a chance to explore while you were stuck in the prison of boxing. Right? Now that you're retired and you're out here, you're able to do the things that you want to do. And I feel that being a formerly incarcerated person, to be able to come outside and experience things I haven't experienced ever in my life. Right. So understand that you're an inspiration, especially for people that are incarcerated, formerly incarcerated, all the Brooklynites, everybody. And we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Sure, man.
Thank you.
20 more minutes.
Thank you.
Big Brooklyn in the building.
This hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.